Yeah, good morning all. Welcome back to JRB class. Today we are going to discuss electric lines or lines of force. What is electric lines or lines of force? Here in the last classes, what we discussed, electric field intensity. If I take electric field intensity due to a point charge. If I take electric field intensity, this is a positive charge. At this particular point, if I take certain distance, let us take it as x. Electric field intensity at that particular point, E equal to kq by r square or x square. This is what electric field intensity at that particular point. What we discussed here, we discussed E versus x graphs, and this is applicable only for point charges. We discussed for extended bodies how to calculate a straight rod, uniformly distributed or a curved one, semicircular shaped charged bodies, how to discuss, and the previous IIT JEE questions based on that concept. Now today we are going to introduce electric field lines or lines of force. Based on this, even IIT JEE questions also there, but we should learn what is electric lines of force and why it is introduced to us, right? Actually, electric field we cannot see until unless a test charge is placed here. If I place a test charge is always positive charge. When it is placed nearer to it, repulsion or attraction will take place. By that concept, we'll be taking this is positive or negative charge. We'll be giving a conclusion at that particular junction, right? So this electric field we cannot see. If you want to study the electric field, we introduced an imaginary lines concept, electric lines of force, to study electric field properly. So that is the necessity that to study the magnitude of electric field, electric lines are introduced, which is always imaginary. But it has a particular properties, at least 10 to 15 properties are there that we'll be discussing. If you're thorough with the 10 to 15 properties, then you can do IIT JEE or advanced problem. This is also asked in advanced level. Questions are there based on this concept. So if you are thorough with that particular property, definitely you'll be doing that particular problems, right? Okay. Now, what is electric lines of force? First, if I take a positive charge, this is a positive charge. According to Faraday did one experiment. He took a positive charge and a test charge is placed nearer to it. Then there will be repulsion from this particular point. He placed a test charge here. Again, he placed some more distance. Then again, it is repelled from that particular point. Again, it is repelled from that particular point like this. Here, same thing. Here, if he placed, same thing. So as we are going away from that one, field is gradually decreasing. Then he told this, the arrow symbol is indicating the direction of electric line, and the length is indicating magnitudes. So this length is indicating magnitude, and the direction, arrow symbol is indicating the direction. Right? So it is going away from the positive charged particle. Or we can say that it is radially outwards. We can say that electric lines of force are radially outwards. Radially outwards. If I take negative charge, same thing, negative charge. These two words like this. These two words. That means he placed at the different positions of test charge, and he tried to calculate, he tried to draw a line from that test charge to the positive test charge. This is nothing but electric lines. So here, if you see, it is radially inverse. Radially inverse, right? So electric lines of forces. So this is initially when Faraday explained like this, he kept the arrow marks, and electric lines of forces are towards the negative charge and away from the positive charge, right? First, write down the definition, then we'll proceed. All of you write down the definition, everybody. The free path traveled, this is nothing but free path. Free path traveled by unit positive test charge. Unit positive test charge in the electric field called electric lines of force. The free path traveled by unit positive test charge unit positive test charge in the electric field called electric lines of force. Or another definition, second definition, electric field lines are imaginary lines. Electric field lines are imaginary lines in a region of space, comma, time, in a region, a space, comma, time, along which a free positive test charge could move if it is allowed to do so. Next, according to Faraday, the arrow indicates the direction, length indicates the magnitudes. Next, electric lines of force are radially outwards for positive charge, radially inwards for negative charge. Radially outwards for positive charge, radially inwards for negative charge. Next, the density of electric lines indicates points. Radially, arrow indicates direction and length indicates magnitude. Arrow indicates direction, length indicates magnitude. Electric line, already PDF is sent to you. That PDF, it is there. Okay. Electric lines of force. The definition for electric lines of force: the free path traveled by unit positive test charge. The free path traveled by unit positive test charge in the electric field. Okay, Illuri. So density of lines indicates magnitude. The density of electric lines indicates magnitudes. Fine. Just you noted down this one. Then we'll move to properties. Only these are imaginary lines. We cannot see these lines. Imaginary lines. Whenever you place one test charge, it will move away for positive charge and move towards the negative charge. That's all. Just go to the properties. So shall I erase this one? Property number 1. Let's start. Okay, just you can take a screenshot. Shall I erase that? Okay, right. Now let us go with properties. Based on properties. So if you know all the properties, then you can do any problem on it. First property number 1. First property. If I take positive charge and a negative charge, right? So for positive charge, it is away from the positive. Right. So here, all of you. First property is electric lines of force starts from positive charge and ends to the negative charge. Going from positive to negative. So here also it is starting from the positive charge and ending to the negative charge like this. Right. First property number one. Property number one is they start at positive charge and end at a negative charge. Starting at positive and ending at negative charge. That is nothing but radially outwards, radially inwards. They start at positive charge and ends at a negative charge, right? Otherwise, we can say that they originate at a positive charge and it terminates at a negative charge. Originating at positive charge and terminating at negative charge. Okay. Originate at positive charge, terminate at negative charge. Starts at positive charge, ends at negative charge. That is the property number one. Starting at positive charge, ending at negative charge. Is it clear, this one? Starting at positive charge, ending at negative. Starts and end. Right? Right? Starting point at positive and ending. This is the first property. Clear? Starting point, ending point. Originates and terminates. Originate at a positive charge and terminate at a negative charge. Originate at positive charge. This is the first property. Is it clear, all of you? First property is clear? Yes, no, all of you. First property is clear. Electric lines of force, which are imaginary lines, will start at positive charge, ends at negative charge. And they originate. Otherwise, we can use the term originate at positive charge and it terminates at a negative charge. This is the first point. All of you clear this one? Yes. Okay. This is the first property. Second property. We'll go for second property. Right. That is this one. Property number two. Property number two. Electric lines of force are open loops. Electric lines of forces are open loops. Whereas magnetic lines of forces are closed loops. Magnetic lines, electric lines, same thing, magnetic. For example, what is magnetic lines? If I take a bar magnet, is nothing but north pole and south pole. What is the meaning of closed loops? North pole and south pole. Always magnetic lines travel from north to south. Outside is nothing but outside. And from south to north inside the magnets. South to north inside the magnets. So it is forming a closed loop. It's nothing but closed loop. Magnetic lines are considered to be closed loop. So why they are considering to be closed loop? Because they start at north pole. North pole will act like a positive charge and south pole will act as a negative charge. So they will start at the positive, that is north pole, and ends at south pole outside, and inside south to north. Inside where the south to north. So they are forming a closed loops. For example, if I take electric lines of force, this is positive charge, this is nothing but negative charge. They start at this point and ends at a negative point. That's all. Right? They're ending at a negative charge. Starting and ending. This is starting and ending. That's all. This is not a closed loop. Right? Closed loop means it should go clockwise and anti-clockwise. Clockwise and only it is going in clockwise. Right? This is not a turning back. This is a magnetic line. It is returning back to the initial points. Okay, from inside, outside. This is nothing but closing point. Here, positive charge starting at the positive charge, ending here. And again, this is a positive charge. Again, we have to come from positive charge, not negative charge to this side. So we have to start at positive, end at negative. Again, we have to start at positive, end at negative. So these are called what? Open loops. Open loops. Closed loop means we can start at the north. Again, we can end at north. But here we have to start at positive charge only, and we have to end at negative charge. Again, we cannot travel from negative to positive. We always should travel from positive to negative. So they are considered to be open loop. These are considered to be closed loop. This is the property 2. Is it clear, this one? All of you clear or done? Or if you have any doubt, let me know. Done, clear. So you got an idea that what is a closed loop, what is a open loop. That clarity you should get. For example, magnetic lines, if I take, they should start at one point. Again, they are ending at same point. That means displacement of it is 0. Simple manner. Right. Fine, all of you? Yes. This is a two ways. This is one way. One way. Right. This is a second property. Is it clear? Second property. And one more thing, very clearly saying to all the students, if you are thorough with these properties, then only you can give the correct answers for JEE questions. Right. So carefully listen what I'm saying. Okay. So try to understand and try to keep in the mind all the properties. You have to revise the properties. Right? Simply taking out the problem and doing, I'm not getting, this is not the thing. First, you should be thorough with the notes. Whatever I'm giving the notes, be prepared with that notes. Try to write once, twice, and thrice. Learn that one. Then you go for problems. Until unless you are not thorough with the theory or the notes given, you cannot do a single problem. Right? 90% notes, whatever I'm giving notes, is sufficient to do any IIT JEE problem. 90%. Right? So done. Shall we move to the next property? All of you? Yes? No? Jaldi boliye. Shall we go to next? Right. Third property. I'll erase this one. This is nothing but electric lines. Third property is property number 3. If I take property 3, third one, no two electric lines will intersect. Otherwise, we'll take electric field. If I take this is a positive charge. If I want to calculate electric field here at a distance of r, let us take it as r. What is the electric field intensity? We can write kq divided by r square. Right? So electric field, electric field. We are talking about electric field. So electric field, as distance is increasing, electric field is gradually decreasing. That means electric lines intensity is gradually decreasing as we are moving away from this one. Means E is proportional to 1 by r square. As the distance increases, electric field intensity is gradually decreasing. So gradually decreasing. For example, if r is tending to infinity, E will becomes what? 0. That means electric lines. What is the third property by seeing this one? Third property is they do not terminate in the space. Do not terminate in a space. Space means at a infinite. See, they do not terminate. Terminate means they won't end at a space. That means infinite distance. At infinite distance only, E will become 0. Infinite is not reachable. So that's the reason. Do not terminate in the space. So at infinite distance only, electric field will become 0. When electric field is becoming 0, then it will stop. So we cannot reach to the infinite distance. So before infinite distance also, there is an electric field. So that's the reason it do not terminate, do not end. Where it will end? Only at infinite distance it will end. So infinite distance is mathematically, we cannot show infinite distance. So that we say that do not terminate in space. Hopefully you got it. It is clear. It's done. Then we'll go to next one. All of you. Have you understood in this one? Any doubts? Done. Rupali. Kuch bhi nahi. See, as we are moving away, till what distance you'll go? 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers, 30 kilometers, 100 kilometers, 1000 kilometers, 1 lakh kilometers, right? 1 million kilometers. Shall I say 1 million is infinity? No, we cannot say. That means they do not terminate in the space. Terminate means there is no ending point for that one. Where it will end? It will end at infinity. So infinity, we cannot draw a line, right? At infinity distance. Where is infinity distance? Can you tell me what is infinite distance? 1 million, 1 trillion, 1 million of million? No. Infinite distance only, it will end. That's the reason. The point that will say that do not terminate in space. Rupali, got it? Infinite distance. With respect to infinite distance, we are giving the information. Right. Shall we move to the next property, all of you? Right. All of you. Shall we go to next one? Fourth property. Yes? No? Jaldi boliye. Done with this one? Yes? You have to respond, right? Okay. Till here, any doubts? Himani, tell me. Any doubt you have? No, sir. Okay. And the no doubts. Basic things, just basic things we are saying. Fine. Right. Fourth property. Fourth property. See, electric lines are objective, subjective, nothing but subjective, and density is objective. So what is the meaning of the subjective and the objective? First thing I'm saying that electric lines are subjective and a density is objective. Electric line subjective means we are giving the definition of it. It's nothing but imaginary lines which will the free path traveled by unit positive test charge. What is the meaning of objective? Objective means 1, 2, 3, 4. For example, I'll give a very good example here. I'll take one positive charge. Right. Let me take a 4 lines are there. 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. Now arrow mark to be indicated away from it or towards. Can you tell me? Away or towards? 4 lines are there. Away or towards? Away. So we have to give away direction. It's nothing but away. Right. So for positive charge, electric lines are away from it. How many number of lines are there? 4 are there. Right. Okay. Next, I'll take negative charge. It's a negative charge. 1. Right. Negative charge. How many number of lines are there? For a negative charge, how many number of lines are there? How many number of lines are there for negative charge? Your positive charge 4 are there. How many number of electric lines are there? Are you able to see? Are you able to count? Yes or no? 8. How many are there? 8 are there. Fine. Okay. So 8 are there. Right. So these lines are away or towards? Towards. So this nothing but towards the positive charge, like this. Towards the positive charge. Negative charge. Sorry. Towards the negative charge. They are towards. Now here, density. Density means number of lines are called what? Density. Number of lines that I am giving 4 and 8. That is nothing but objective, right? Density means number of lines. Number of lines means it is nothing but objective. So electric lines are subjective, means going away and towards. Away and towards is nothing but subjective. With respect to density, I'll ask one question. Which is having more strong field, electric field? Which is strong? Positive charge or negative charge? Electric field intensity is more. Electric field intensity is more for positive charge or negative charge? Can you tell me, anybody? Electric field intensity is more for positive charge or negative charge? Positive or negative charge? Negative charge. How you are able to say the negative charge has more electric field intensity? More electric field intensity. More electric field intensity. How you are able to say? Because more number of lines are there. More number of lines when compared to this one. Okay. More number of lines indicating more field. More number of lines indicating more field. More density. So more density means more electric field intensity. So this will be having more and this will be having less. Yeah, more number of electric lines. So more density, more electric field intensity. Like this will be saying. Okay. Is it clear? Now one important thing. So I'll take one question which is given in the previous MSET question. This is a simple MSET question I'm going to tell. So before starting that MSET question, one should know that charge is a scalar quantity or vector quantity. Charge is a scalar quantity or a vector quantity. Still, Shreya told the answer. Anybody else? Is a scalar quantity or a vector quantity? Scalar quantity or a vector quantity? Oh, Tejita, scalar or a vector? It is a scalar, Baba. This is nothing but scalar. Charge is a scalar quantity which has magnitude but no direction. It has magnitude but no direction. Okay. So this is the fourth property. Hopefully you understood this fourth property. To move fifth property with some question, that is IIT the MSET question. Okay, scalar one. This is done. All of you. Fourth one is done. Shall we move to the next one? Fifth one. Done. Everybody. No. Fifth one. Fifth one is number of electric lines of force is directly proportional to number of electric lines of force is directly proportional to magnitude of the charge. Number of electric lines of force is directly proportional to magnitude of the charge, right? So this is the fifth property. Magnitude, I am specifying magnitude. Of course, we know that it is nothing but a scalar quantity. Okay. Now the question asked to get the confusion, right? So number of electric lines is directly proportional to magnitude. Just now I discussed 4 electric lines are there, 8 electric lines are there. 8 electric lines, number of electric lines, magnitude, Bohr magnitudes. Okay, for example, I'll take plus Q is there, plus Q charge, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Now same charge it doubles. Here 4 electric lines are there. It is away from the positive charge. Otherwise, I'll take 2 only. Let me take 2 only, right? So 2 are there. This is 2 charges. Fine. I'll take now plus 4Q. So what is the meaning of number of electric lines is directly proportional to magnitude of the Q is there, 2 lines are there. 4 is there. How many lines should be there? Can you tell me? Everybody. How much? 8. Right? Because 2 are there. 2. For charge plus Q, 2 electric lines are there. Plus 4Q, how much it should be there? Because number of electric lines is directly proportional to magnitudes. So magnitude is doubled. 4 means for the plus Q, 2 are there. 4Q, it is 4 into 2. 8 should be there. That means this is nothing but 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All are away from the positive charge. Plus Q, right? Away from the positive charge. So 8 are there. Right. So that is the meaning of number of electric lines of force is directly proportional to magnitude of the charge. Right. What is the MCET question? Here entrance question. Not ENT, entrance question. Same thing, right? Let us take it as Q1 and this is first we'll take this one. You complete this, then we will go for the question. First you complete, done, then we'll go for the question. Right. So done. Number of electric lines is directly proportional to product of the charges. Right. Done. Take a screenshot. Completed. No question, we'll see. We'll take one question. Right. Question. Taken one positive Q1 charge and minus Q2 charge. Q1 and Q2 is given. 2 charges are given, and the diagram is given like this. Right. How many electric lines are there with the Q1? Anybody? With Q1, how many electric lines are there? 2. For Q2, how many electric lines are there? For Q2, minus Q2, okay, 2. So 2, here also 2, means they are joining. So starting at Q1 and ending at Q2, right? Next. Now, can you tell me how many electric lines are there with Q1 plus Q1? How many electric lines are there with plus Q1? 4. Minus Q1? Minus Q1 is also 4. Okay, now. Now, can you tell me with the Q1 how many electric lines are there? With the Q1, how many electric lines are there? 6. With the Q2, how many electric lines are there? 4. That means 6 and 4. 6 and 4. Okay. Now, can you tell me with Q1 how many electric lines are there? 8. With the Q2, how many electric lines are there? 4. Right. Now he is asking us to calculate Q1 by Q2. Q1 divided by Q2 equal to how much? This is the question, right? Option A is given 2. Option B is given 1 by 2. Option C is given a minus 2. Option D is given minus 1 by 2. Right? So can anybody tell what is the answer? What is the answer? Right? 2 or minus 2? Fine. 2 or minus 2. Anybody? Options you tell me. A option. Anybody? So little confusing question. So C option, somebody saying C option, somebody saying A option, which is correct? Let us see. A or C option, which is correct? Let me see. Right. Now all of you, he is asking Q1 by Q2. He's not asking magnitude of Q1 by Q2. Two ways he can answer question. Magnitude of Q1 by Q2. That means your answer will be magnitude of Q1 by Q2 means this is nothing but 8 divided by 2 simply. This is 1 sir. This is nothing but 4. 1 sir, 2 sir. So 2 will be the answer. Right. If he's saying that Q1 by Q2, Q1 is 8, this is nothing but negative charge. So we have to consider minus. So minus 4, that is nothing but 1 sir, 2 sir, minus 2 sir. So minus 2 will be the correct answer. If we given the magnitude, then 2 will be the correct answer. So most of them confused and kept it as 2. But answer is minus 2. Is it clear this one? All of you? So Q1 by Q2 is 2. Magnitude of Q1 by Q2 is 2. Only Q1 by Q2 is minus 2. Got the answer clearly? Yes, all of you? Any doubts? Next property. So property number. What is the next property? Number. How much number? How many completed? 5 completed or 6 completed? Now it is 6th. Okay. Okay. So 5 completed. 6th one we have to start, right? Okay. That is this one. 6th property. Property number 6. Right. 6th property. We'll move to 6th or 5th? 5th one. 5th one only. 5th or 6th? Okay, 6th. Right. 6th property. Let us take. Right. So what is the 6th property? Let us take. The field lines are symmetric. Field lines or electric lines are symmetric. Symmetric. Electric lines are symmetric about the line joining 2 charges. About the line joining 2 charges. About line joining 2 charges. 2 charges. So what is the meaning of this one? Let us see. What is the meaning of about line joining 2 charges? Right? About line joining 2 charges. Fine. Now if I say one positive charge is there plus Q and here a negative charge is there. Right? So I'll draw like this. One like this. Right? This angle is alpha, this angle is beta. So which is greater, alpha is greater or beta is greater? Can you tell me? Which angle is greater? The field lines are symmetric about the line joining 2 charges. Which is greater, alpha is greater or beta is greater? Which angle is greater? Alpha is greater than beta. Alpha is greater than beta. Now one more question I would like to ask here. Can you imagine that answer? Let me see. Which will be having more number of lines if based on this diagram? Which can have more number of lines? Positive charge or negative charge? Which can have more number of lines? More number of lines. If you understand about the symmetric, about the line joining, then you will be getting an idea. Which will have more number of electric lines, first one or second one. So that information will be given by this statements. So what is that? Electric lines are symmetric about the line joining 2 charges. Will give the information that which will have more number of electric lines by seeing this alpha and beta. Alpha is greater than beta. So can anybody tell the last chance? Positive charge or negative charge? Which will have more number of electric lines? पॉजिटिव चार्ज और नेगेटिव चार्ज? एनीबॉडी बोल सकते क्या? पॉजिटिव चार्ज, रूपाली टेल पॉजिटिव चार्ज. पॉजिटिव श्रेया, उत्तेजिता नेगेटिव, and Shreya positive, Vimala negative, Alekhya negative, Rahana positive. Okay, right. Now to understand in a better way, by seeing this one, symmetric about the line join. What is the meaning of symmetry? If I take this is a positive charge, symmetry means, let us take two lines. These are the two lines, right? Let us make, they are making an angle. Let us take a 120 degrees. Let us imagine this is 120 degrees. Here negative charge, two lines I am taking, less than that 60 degrees, right? So one I took 120 degrees, the other I took 60 degrees, right? What is the meaning of symmetry about the line join? That means one more line should make an angle 120 only, right? That means if I draw one more line here, between these two 120 should be there, between these two 120 should be there. This is called a symmetry. Totally 360 only, right? 120, 120, 120. How many number of lines are there here? 3. Now what is your answer? Everybody was saying positive charge. Now what is your answer? What is your answer? Can you tell me? Yes or no? Negative charge. Right? Bole to dekhiye. So here symmetry, about this point symmetry. Bole to, now here one more line if I draw, this should be 60 degrees. 1, 2, one more line if I draw 60 degrees. One more line if I draw 60, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one more 60 degrees, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 60. 6, 6, 360. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many number of lines are there? 6 are there. 6 lines. Here how many? 3 lines are there. So electric field intensity is more for negative charge. Is it clear this one? This is the indication of electric lines are symmetric about the line joining two charges. Is it clear all of you? Yes? No? Boli. Jaldi. Yes? Okay. Yes? Okay. Yes? Okay. Yes. Any doubts? Any doubts? Shall I move to next one? 7th property. 7th property, shall we go? No. I'll go with the 7th property. Property number 7. 7th property. So what is 7th property? Right? Before starting 7th property, let me take this as a positive charge. What we learned, according to that, we'll give the information here. I'll take 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Right? Let us take 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a positive charge. 4 point. 1, 2, 3, 4 points are there. Let me take electric field intensity E1, E2, E3, E4. Can you tell me, with respect to this charge, E1 and E2, which electric field is intensity is greater? E1 is greater or E2 is greater? Which is greater? E1 is greater or E2 is greater? E1 is greater than E2. E1 and E4, which is greater? E1 and E4. E1 and E4, E1 is greater. E3 and E4, which is greater? E3 and E4, which is greater? E3 is greater than E4. That means as we are moving away from the charge, okay, our closeness is decreasing, the magnitude of electric field lines will decrease. Right? Now I'll take one example. Let me take this is a point 1. Here it is point 2. Here it is point 3. I'll be drawing like this. Right? Fine. Like this I'm drawing it as. Now I'll be taking this 1, 2, 3 points. Now electric field intensity, option A, multi-correct answer, MCATs. MCATs. Multi-correct answer type question. Right? That means the relative closeness of electric lines will give the magnitude of electric lines of force or electric intensity. That is the 7th point. The density or the relative closeness of the electric lines will give the electric field intensity. Now I'm taking like this. I'll be giving electric field at this particular point is E1. Here it is E2. Here it is E3. Right. Now E1 equal to E2 equal to E3. The option is E1 equal to E3. C option is E3. E2 is greater than E1. Right. E1 is equal to E3 and E2. D option E3 is greater than E2. Now, can you tell me what are the correct options? Correct options. One more I'll give like this. This is E1 greater than E2. Now, what are the correct options? Can you tell me? Anybody? Or what are the wrong options? What are the correct options? What are the wrong options? What are the correct options? What are the wrong options? Correct options are by Gayatri, B and C. Okay. A is wrong. A is wrong. B, C, D. B, C, D are correct options. Yeah, correct answer. Gummadi Spurti. B, C, D are the correct option. This is wrong answer. Now let us see. This is wrong. So multi-correct option. This is wrong. 1, 2, 3 are right. All are right. Let us see. This electric line is very close. Very close means this will be greater when compared to this. This electric line is away from that one. Relative closeness indicates electric field intensity is more. Relative closeness. That means E1 is very close to this one. E2 is away from this one. E3 is close to that. This is E1 and E3 both are equal. E1 and E3 because nearer same points they are nearer. Next, E1 is greater than E2. E1 is greater than E2 because this is nearer electric line. It is far. So E1 is greater than E2. E1 is very close. E2 is away from that one. Next, E3 is greater than E2. E3 is greater than E2 because this is very close. This is away from that one. E1, E2, E3, there is nothing but wrong. Is it clear this one? So what is the point that you have to write here? The relative closeness of field lines. Closeness will give the magnitudes. So closeness will give the magnitudes. Closeness is giving what? Magnitude of it. More closeness, more magnetic field. Is it clear? Seventh one is more closeness, more magnetic field. Everybody done? Yes? No? Yes. Sure. Any doubt till this point? 7? 7? Any doubts? Let me know. We'll proceed. Oh, sir. Right. It's the eighth one. Eighth one. Electric lines of force are perpendicular to the surface of the charged body. Electric lines of force. Eighth one. Electric lines of force are perpendicular to the charged body. Charged body or a charge. Perpendicular to the charged body or a charge. If I take a charge, let us take a charge. This is nothing but a plus Q I'm taking. Right? This is away from it. Here also away from it. Here also away from it. Here also away from it. If I want just to draw a line, this is nothing but 90 degrees. This is also 90 degrees. Right? If I draw a line, this is also 90 degrees. This is also 90 degrees. If I draw a line like this, if I draw a line, so this is 90, 90, 90, 90 degrees. Is it clear? So they are perpendicular. Electric lines of forces are perpendicular to the charge. Otherwise, charged body, if I take, this is nothing but positive charges. Extended body, this is a point charged body. This is a point sized body, and this is nothing but extended body. So here it is away from it. 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 Here it is away. So this is nothing but 90 degrees. Is it clear? This point, all of you. So what is that? Field lines are perpendicular to the surface or charged bodies. Charged bodies, right? Done, all of you. So till here, any doubts you have, let me know. Anybody, any doubts till here? Comfortable or any doubts? Let me know. But you should be thorough with this all to do JEE questions tomorrow. Done. Rupali, it's clear. Okay. So you have to learn all these properties. So you should not get confused. Once again, I'm saying, if you are failed to do the problems tomorrow, means you are not thorough with the properties. That's all. Very clearly, I'm saying, just to practice it. Otherwise, write as an assignment. Okay. And show to your parents and take the signature of your parents. Right. Write all the properties. Next, ninth one. Shall we proceed? All of you? Right. Ninth one. Ninth property. So if I take an electric line, right? Ninth property. The tangent drawn at any point gives the direction of electric field. So if I take this an electric line, right? This is nothing but positive charge, this is nothing but negative charge. It's an electric line. If I want the direction of electric field, the tangent, just to draw a line like this. This is called tangent. Tangent drawn at any point gives the direction of electric field at that particular point. The point, if I want at this particular point electric field intensity, just to draw a line, that's all. The tangent is drawn. Tangent means it should be perpendicular, right? So to this surface, it should be perpendicular. If I draw like this is what a tangent. Tangent is drawn. So tangent will give the direction at that point. If I want at this particular point, draw a line like this. If I want at this particular point, draw a line. It's nothing but the tangent drawn at any point. Tangent drawn at any point on electric line of force gives the direction of electric lines of force. Electric lines of force. Tangent will give the direction of electric lines of force or direction of electric lines of force. Is it clear, this one? Done. This is nothing but ninth property. The tangent drawn at any point gives the direction of electric field at that particular point. Clear? Shall we move to the next one? All of you, yes or no? Boliye. So parallelly, if you write, that is well and good. Yes, 10th property. We'll move to 10th property, right? The 10th property is very important. Right. 10th property is also asked for 2 marks question in your IP examinations. 10th one. So very, very important. VSAQ, star marks, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. So here, no two electric lines will intersect. No two electric lines will intersect. Why no two electric lines will intersect? This is the question. Explain. Why no two electric lines will intersect? Explain. So 2 marks question. Now what is the answer? If I take this is one electric line of force moving from left to right, one more you will take like this. These 2 are electric lines of force. At this particular point, so this is going like this, going downward direction. If I want electric line of force for first one, number 1, number 2, right? Electric line of force for first one. First one is just to draw a tangent here. This is nothing but E1, right? For this one, if I draw like this, E2. So we are getting 2 different directions at that particular point. 2 tangents, 2 different directions at a single point. So being an electric field is a vector quantity, it has a unit direction or single direction. So it is not possible. So what is your answer to be? If a question is given, why no 2 electric lines will intersect? Explain. If 2 electric lines will intersect, at the point of intersection, 2 tangents can be drawn, which gives 2 different directions, which is not possible. Which is not possible. For example, it is going away. Let us take it is going like this. Then I'll be drawing like this, right? This is the direction of electric field for this one, or this is nothing but E2. Upward, this is nothing but downward. Upward and a downward direction. That means no 2 electric lines will intersect. At the point of intersection, 2 tangents can be drawn. Okay, gives 2 different directions, which is not possible. It is a unidirection. Is it clear, this one, all of you? Yes, no. So you should write this answer. No 2 electric lines will intersect. If they intersect, at the point of intersection, 2 tangents can be drawn, which gives 2 different directions of electric field at that particular point, which is not possible because Electric field intensity is a vector quantity. It has a single direction. Is it clear, this one? All of you are done? Then we'll proceed for the next one. Yes. Yes, all of you. Shall we proceed for next one? Is it clear? Everybody? Next property number 11. Yes, property number 11 will move. I'm telling very slowly because when we are doing problems, JEE questions, you should tell correct answers. That's very important, right? Now, let me go with 11th property. 11th property. What is 11th property? Right? If I take two charges, similar charges, they will not intersect each other. If I take two similar charges, if I take two different charges, one is positive, one is negative, then the electric lines will intersect. If I take one positive, one negative, they will intersect. Two positive charges, two negative charges, electric lines will not intersect. This is the 11th property. In 11th property, first I'll take one positive charge, one negative charge, positive and negative charge, right? Positive and negative charge. Is there any problem you are getting? Are you able to listen? Are you able to see? Anybody? Yes, okay. So this is a positive charge, this is a negative charge. So electric lines will move from, that means they are intersecting from positive to negative. Otherwise, I can show like this. This is going away from it. This is also going away from it. This is going towards, it is going towards, then these two lines will be joined. That means these two can be intersect each other. One is positive, one is negative. If I take one is positive, both are positive, right? I'll take some lines. So this is nothing but going away. Here it is going away. Here it is going away. This is going away. Then repulsion will start. They will not attract like this. They'll be moving. So here electric lines. Here if I take electric lines, these are the electric lines. They will repulse. They won't attract at this particular point. If I take both are negative charges, this is negative charge, this is negative charge. Both are negative charges. If I take negative charges move towards, it's nothing but moving towards. This is moving towards. This is moving towards. This is moving towards. That means they'll be not intersect each other. They not intersect. Repulse. Both charges will get repulsed and they don't intersect. Electric lines will intersect only for positive and well as negative charges. Is it clear? This one, 11th property. Property 11, electric lines between two similar charges will not intersect. Clear? Done. Shall we move to the next? Twelfth one. Electric lines will repels by positive charge and attracts by negative charge. Can anybody tell this one? See here, this is the electric line is passing like this. They are passing. Let us take these are the electric lines. Between the lines, you have to tell me. If I place a positive charge here, then they'll be repelled here. The direction will be repelled like this. Right? If I take this is a negative charge, these are the electric lines passing. Immediately when there is negative, then they will attract. So why it is happening like that? Can anybody tell the answer for that one? Why they are repulsed? Why they attract electric lines? Anybody? Anybody have any answer? This is 12th one. 12th one, 12th or 11th? 12th one, right? 12th. Okay, can you tell me why it is happening so? Anybody? Logically, can you tell me? 12, okay, 12, okay. But when electric lines are moving or electric lines are there, When the positive charge, immediately they will repel, and electric lines towards negative charge, they will attract. Can you tell me what is the reason behind it? Anybody? Positive charge move towards positive, negative charge move towards negative. Not Rama. Actually, here, imagine that actually what is an electric lines of force? The free path traveled by positive test charge, right? Free path traveled by positive test charge. Let us imagine a positive test charge is traveling here. Q naught charge here, Q naught charge, positive test charge is traveling like this. When it is traveling like this, immediately when it comes, what happens? Positive will get repelled. It will go away. This is from the definition of electric line of force. The free path traveled by unit positive test charge. When it is traveling as it is positive charge, then it will go away from that one. Here it is go away from that one. Right? Here a positive charge, test charge you consider. When it is test charge, it is going. When negative charge, immediately what happens? They will attract. So this is the explanation for when electric lines are there. When there is a positive charge, they will get repelled, and where is a negative charge, they will get attracted. Clear? Done. Then we'll proceed with the next one. Yes. Yes. No. Done. Yes. Next, the 13th one. 13th one. Electric lines may be straight and parallel. So first thing is electric field, uniform electric field, and a non-uniform electric field, non-uniform electric field. This is 13th one, right? So what is uniform electric field and non-uniform electric field? How to identify? It is not given. Let us imagine it is uniform, non-uniform. It is not given. So by seeing the electric lines of force, you should be able to decide whether it is uniform or non-uniform. How to decide it? Now, if I take uniform electric field, the lines will be straight and parallel to each other. This is nothing but uniform, straight and parallel to each other. Straight and parallel, then it is a uniform electric field. Non-uniform means it may be like this also, or like this also, right? Like this. This is nothing but electric lines of force. Is it clear? Straight and parallel, uniform. So in derivations, whatever we took uniform electric field, do you remember or not? A charged particle is entering into the uniform electric field. So what is the path of the charged particle, projectile motion? What is the velocity? What is the deflection in y direction? What is the angle? Already we calculated in that one. The same thing here we are doing it. This is nothing but uniform, straight and parallel. There kya hai? If it is not other than this one, we'll be calling non-uniform electric field. Take it down. If I take all the points here, 1, 2, 3, electric field intensity A is equal to B is equal to C. Based on this also, we'll be getting some problem. If I take here point A, here point B, here point C, then E is not equal to B is not equal to C. That is the meaning of non-uniform electric field, straight and parallel uniform electric. EA is equal to EB is equal to EC, right? Last one. Done? All of you? Last one, electric field intensity, electric lines of intensity. Electric lines are absent inside the conductor, only it will be outside the conductor will be there. So if I take 14th one, right? If I take 14th, if I take this is a conductor, this is the conductor. First for conductor, all the charges are distributed outside. So there is no electric lines inside. Electric field intensity is inside for a conductor. For a conductor, electric lines is away from this one conductor and perpendicular to this one. So electric field intensity, electric lines are absent inside the conductor. Is it clear? Inside the conductor, electric field, that is nothing but electrostatic condition. Electric field inside the conductor is 0. This is nothing but electrostatic condition. Electrostatic condition. Static condition. That means what is electrostatic condition? Means the charges which are inside should be at rest. Then only it is possible, and inside electric field is 0. Electric lines are 0. For example, he says that this is a conductor. Okay. If I say electric line is passing like this and it is passing like this. So 1 and 2, which is correct? First one or second one? This is a conductor. Let us take it as conductor. Which is correct? First one or second one? Second one is correct. Why? Because it should not pass inside the conductor. Inside the conductor, it is wrong. So based on this one, we'll be having JEE questions, right? Second one is correct. Is it clear, all of you? Done. So all the things, see, all the properties we can see from near point and far points. When you are seeing near point, they appear to be close. That means near point means they appear to be meeting at a point, and far point we are seeing when we see at far distance, they are not appearing. They are not meeting at a point. When near point, if I take, they meet at a point. At far point, they may not meet at that particular point. So that is the concept of far point and near point. 14th point. See, there is no electric line inside the conductor. Only outside it will be available. Inside conductor, electric lines is not there. Is it clear? Only they'll be away from the conductor based on the surface. If I take this is the surface, outside it will be there. There is no inside under the electrostatic condition. If I take this is the conductor, electric line is passing inside here. Inside it is not possible. Only outside in the electrostatic condition. Is it clear? Spurti. Yes? No? Fully? Okay, fine. So any doubts till here? Go through it, prepare well, okay? And we'll start based on this. Some IIT JEE advanced questions we'll discuss tomorrow, and we'll complete this topic. Right? Bye. See you all of you. Everybody.